What's going on, guys? We're here with another episode of Stock versus Not, and as you can see, we're in an old quote-unquote new car because you can't actually get these brand new from Brand Central, and that is the S15 Silvia. That's from the Nissan brand, of course, and this one is from the 2002 model year, so it's slowly coming up to its 25-year mark with the Americas for those who want to import one in. So can't wait to see those because let's be honest, the R32s, R33s, and now the R34s are starting to be overhyped and overpriced. So I wouldn't mind picking up an S15 as an option if those things can stay at a reasonable price to import. Let's hop into the settings, see what we got going on here. In its fully stock form, we are rocking the SR20 DET engine. Which is actually a pretty good engine out the box. A lot of people actually use the SR20s and swap those into other things. So not a bad engine to begin with. So that is the inline 4 2.0 liter. The T in DET signifies that it is turbocharged. We have sports hards tires, 489 performance points, 246 horsepower, 202 foot-pounds of torque, weighs just over 2,700 pounds, a little front heavy, 56% in the front, 44 in the rear. But yeah, it's not a very bad car. Very good platform. Obviously, it is big in the drifting community, but as a sports coupe, it is pretty well rounded for what it is. Let's hop into the leaderboard, see where this should slot itself into. It is a 489.46. So actually, take a look at this. The GR86 is practically the same in performance points. That is 231 horsepower, 2,800 pounds. So that's going to be interesting. Let's see if this Silvia can beat out the GR86. Because to kind of think about it, actually, that's very interesting to think because today people say that the GR86 is underpowered. But now look at the Silvia. Was that still considered underpowered when it first came out? I don't know. I think a 4-cylinder making well over 200 horsepower is a good, healthy number. So let's go ahead, see what we can do with the laps. And I think this is super neat that it has a little boost gauge right here in the A-pillar. And it is accurate to your throttle input. Looks like this stock configuration is making just a little under 0.5 bar, and I do not know what bar equates to in PSI, but I know, like, what is it? It's probably somewhere around, I'm gonna say like 15 pounds maybe is what one is. I don't know, 12 pounds. I could be totally wrong, but whatever. Because, you know, us Americans, we like to use any other unit of measurement other than the metric system. 0.5 bar is 7 llama thrusts. This Silvia is very nice. Wow, okay. It's tossable. It's also manageable. Very, very GR86 like almost. This is my first time ever driving it in its stock form, and wow, just wow. Again, this car just looks phenomenal. Even like it's a timeless car. The wing in the back is absolutely crazy on it. I guess that's what the aero part of the name signifies, like an aero package of some sort. But yeah, this car would be totally awesome to have as a little track toy. I have seen one in person a couple of years ago. There was a guy that actually drove one to my work, and when I asked him how he got it, he was very vague about his process of getting it and being able to tag it and drive it around, because it was literally probably about the same year as this one for being an S15. So definitely did not satisfy the 25-year import, like the emissions laws and stuff that the US has. But yeah, it was in silver, and it was just an awesome looking car. It may not have the same hype as like the GTR or like the R34, but I think that's what's gonna help this car sell easy for the most part, because everyone's gonna want to get like an R34, like GTR or GTT, and then these things are just gonna sit around and no one's gonna really think about it, unless I'm totally wrong and everyone wants to just drift, because that's the thing now. Drifting is everyone's dream for some reason. So maybe I'm just gonna get an S chassis and then rip out that SR20, put a V8 in it. Oh, let's see if I can save it. Nope, can't save it. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, be wary of the weight transfer. That will come and bite you if you do mess that up, and I think that's where I was getting a little overconfident with the car. Not a bad car at all. Okay. No, we're gonna call it. I don't think we need to do any more laps. 101.927 would have been the optimal. 102.210 is our best logged time here. Let's see where that puts it against that GR86. Right behind the GR86. So yeah, it was like a 101.9 would have been our optimal. So yeah, right, basically right on par with the GR86. So I'm not upset about that. The GR86 I think had a better weight distribution, so that probably helped it a little bit more when it came to composing itself in the S's. Let's go hop into a fully modified version now. We're gonna hop into the settings. Let me show you what we got. In very popular drifting fashion, of course, this is the first Nissan we have that has an engine swap, I think. I don't think we swapped any of the other ones. If I did, I totally forgot. Anyways, we have the 2JZ out of the Supra, of course. So we ditched the 4-cylinder inline 4, and we now have an inline 6 turbocharged, and that puts us to 752 performance points, 816 horsepower, 668 foot-pounds of torque. Weight actually is not that much different from the stock one. I would assume it's because of the heavier engine, but we do now get 50-50 weight distribution with some ballast messing around with there. Right here you'll see my suspension settings, my differential. Here's what we got going on with the transmission. I don't do any manual adjustments, I just do the automatically top speed adjustment there. Downforce is over at the top, and here's the rest of the specs on the vehicle. Alright, so this is a 752 performance point car, so that puts us in the 800 board. It's gunning for the Camaro. I do not know if it's going to get the Camaro or the F-Type. I think right now the 350Z has it at 49.706, and the 370, yeah, this is the 370, or no, did I get backwards? Yeah, I got it backwards, sorry. The 370 got it at 49.706, the 350 got it at 50 seconds. We're still a little underpowered compared to the 350Zs and 370Zs, but, let me go back here, sorry. I think we have a weight advantage against them. Do we have the weight listed here anywhere? 24. Oh no, the Z's are still lighter. That's interesting. Okay. So I have no idea how this is going to end up. So as always, we're going to do about 3 to 5-ish laps, depending on how we're looking like and how clean my driving is. And as you can see now, the car's making well over 1 bar of boost with that high RPM turbocharger. The ultra high RPM turbocharger was available, but again, that is for like a high-speed run, and I need to brake a lot earlier. Look at that, drifting. It already wants to do it. Anyways, yeah, the high RPM is available. I think it will get you about 50 more than what we're making now on it, but again, that is a very late spooling turbocharger. We do not need that for this application. Even the one I have on here might not be best suited for this track. I really just put it on for the horsepower number, and we'll just make it work for now. Alright, course, we have racing soft tires on it, because if you didn't, you'd be ice skating on this track. Alright, opening lap, 51.407. Definitely going to be better if we can not do what we did earlier. Yep. Let's keep it on the track here. Because the track is where you want to keep it. So I'm told. Let's take these S's here. Probably could firm up the suspension a little bit more now that I think about it, but gives the car some character, let's call it that. Yeah, because the back end still kind of kicks out a little bit, so maybe a little tweaks to the front, I would think. Let's get it right here. Roll back and lift the throttle. 50.662. It's a very good car. Fully modified. Very easy on the releasing that brake. You don't want to upset it too much. Now, I'm starting to get a little tired of these 2JZ swaps in this game, because I think this is like, I don't know, the third, fourth car we've had with the 2JZ in it. And that's including, you know, the regular, I haven't done anything with the regular 2J. The Mark IV is not part of the stock versus not. But anyway, I think we put the 2J in a couple of things in this game when I was doing Toyota. And yes, I know that's like a popular swap for the most part, but like at the same time, like let's think of some other things to put into these cars, because if we're gonna 2J the world, that just means that all these cars are gonna have similar power outputs, and we're not going to get that much of a good spread with stock versus not. Now I can always keep the stock engine and just fully modify, like I wanted to do with the one, I think it was the FRS or the GR8, no, it was the Supra, I think. Yeah, I wanted to keep the stock engine, the V58 and the Supra, and then when I went to go just check it, I guess the LFA engine was available for that second one, so I was like, okay, we're going to have to do that. But I don't know, should I be doing a stock versus not with just the same original motor, or should I be fully swapping things out? But that's just a thought I had. Alright, this is our 5th lap. Let's see if we can get anything out of it, and if not, we're gonna call it. But for the most part, this S15 is driving great. With the little exterior modifications, I think this is its best looking way of looking. Wow, words. But yeah, the S15 is such a timeless car. I don't think it's ever going to look old. No matter, you know, how futuristic cars get. It's just one of those cars with like a timeless look for the most part, because it has edges, it has curves, and that kind of fits in with most of today's automotive styling. Wow, 49.931. This car put down some numbers. That's pretty good. I don't know if it's gonna hit top 10, but sub 50 is always a good lap on Suzuka here. Yeah, did not beat out the GR Supra, unfortunately, but let's see. It is, yeah, a little slower than the 370. I kind of suspected that with the weight, but it beat out the C4 Corvette, the Mustangs, and all the other things behind it. So not a bad lap for the Silvia, for sure. That Crown Athlete is just killing it. So fortunately, the Crown Athlete is just, if you can't beat the Crown Athlete, don't even bother showing up at this point. But anyway, that's today's video. I will catch you guys in the next one.